What's up, everyone? This is Dr. Amelia H. Wheeler, and I'm going to show you how to add a new user to the hub, how to make that person an officer of a group, and how to add a new group if you need to. So let's start. Let's imagine somebody emails you and says, hey, I need to be added as a user on the hub. So what you're going to do, if we start from our home page, you'll go to admin. You'll scroll over here to the left-hand toolbar, type in user, and we're going to add a new user. This is going to be my dog's name, so we'll call this person Mr. Spock at mhu.edu. Yes, my dog is named Mr. Spock. And we're going to say this person is a staff member just like me. Okay, great. So if Mr. Spock emails you and says, hey, I need to be added to the hub, I'm an intern in the counseling center, you'll also know, Mr. Spock probably needs to be an officer in the counseling center because officers are the only people who can submit event registration. So usually anybody who needs to be able to use the platform beyond just looking for events, but it's going to have to make events, we want to add them as an officer to a group. So let's add Mr. Spock to the counseling center as an officer. And again, only thing that officer means is they're able to create events and take attendance and stuff. And usually most adults or leaders of an office will need to be officers. So it's kind of like a misleading name. So I clicked the counseling center. I'm going to go to members. So first I need to add Mr. Spock as a member. So we can type his name in, Mr. Spock. And then to make him an officer, I'll click right here. After you add somebody to a group and make them an officer, it's important that you send them email script 3 that I have linked down here. This email is an email that you'll send out to the person that basically is telling them their events have to go in the hub and they're supposed to take attendance, and then giving them resources that teach them how to do that. Let's say that Mr. Spock emails you and actually says, I want to start my own club, and it's going to be the Dogs Are Awesome Club. So now we need to create a new group that doesn't exist yet. The rules for creating a new group are this person needs to have a faculty or staff advisor. They need to have 3 interested people, including themselves, and 1 person, usually the requester, who's willing to serve as the club officer. So Mr. Spock emails you and says, hey, I want to start a Dogs Are Awesome Club. And you say, okay, who's your faculty or staff advisor? Who are your 2 interested members? And are you willing to be the officer? And Mr. Spock says, yes. You say, okay. So you go back to admin. You're going to go to groups this time. You'll go to create group. So this is the Dogs Are Awesome Club. We'll say that this is a student organization. We're imagining Mr. Spock as a student now, but if Mr. Spock was still a staff member, we could say this is a university department or office. So yeah, Mr. Spock is a staff member, so we'll say it's a university department or office. And all you have to do for the acronym is make something shorthand that will be easy to search in this toolbar for the group. All the other stuff you can let the group do themselves. Save. And now we need to add Mr. Spock as a officer in the Dogs Are Awesome Club. So I click the name of our new group, and then same as before. And I add Mr. Spock here. And then I add him as an officer. Just like when we added Mr. Spock to a pre-existing group, when we add Mr. Spock to this new group, we want to make sure we send him that follow-up email so he knows how to use the hub. So I hope this helps. Happy hubbing.